Something that I have struggled with, and I think many people struggle with in trading, in life, in business, is speed. Now, if you see all the entrepreneurs, you see all business content or anything to do with success online, one of the key things they speak about is speed. You must be fast, you must be execution, the minute that you get the opportunity. And the more that you delay, you allow procrastination to come in, you allow the other version of you, emotions, all these things to come in and then dictate, kind of bring you back into your comfort zone. So in trading, what I've noticed is when you get the opportunity to take that trade, if you delay for that split second, the whole picture changes, the whole market changes, and a lot of the time then you start to hesitate and doubt what you are looking for. So today's video, I want to speak about the importance of speed in life, in everything else that you do. Now, what do we mean by speed? We don't mean let's just go in gung-ho and go crazy and not think about, the outcome, but in a way, we don't really need to overthink the outcome because we can't predict the outcome. We don't really know, especially in trading, what's going to happen once we're in that trade. So to overemphasize on that and be too cautious, that's what's probably going to cost us when it comes to trading. That's where then we're going to allow fear to come in, uncertainty, doubt, and belief systems that were developed from other people in our environment as we were growing up come into play, and that's what takes over us. Now, in trading, let's think about it from this way. We've spent all morning preparation, we've had a morning analysis, and we're looking for that trade setup. Now, that trade setup doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come straight away within your window. We know that. A lot of the time, depending on your strategy, there's normally a window within the day that you're looking for that strategy. Me in the community, I'm looking for London Open 90 minutes. So, 90 minutes to 2 hours, the London Open for 2 hours. Do we get the opportunity to get into that trade? Now, if they're the only hours that you're trading within that day, do you really think that you have the opportunity to not work with speed? You don't, because trades are developed on, a split second. Trades, sometimes you can only be in that trade for a minute, 2 minutes, 15 minutes, and then the day is done. So let's use this for an example. As I was saying, say I've got all my preparation done and I'm ready to take a trade, and it does not happen within the first 30 minutes or whatever of the London Open. Might be New York Open for you, because I have a lot of you from the States and the US that support this channel, and a big shout out to you. And also many mentors that are from the States. So that then presents itself and you hesitate. There is something else that you're not quite sure about, or you're looking for more of a validation, or you're looking for just something else. And then the trade moves without you. What you've now allowed to happen is other thought processes, other emotions, the nervous system to kick in, and then we've got an issue because you've allowed, when the minute we got the stimulus to the reaction is that middle section, we've allowed doubt and our nervous system to interfere within that section. And that's where then we might want to start to chase. That's where then where FOMO comes in. Oversizing to try and get the move and catch the move, and then it works against us. Now, when we speak about speed and all of the things, or the top businessmen and things, I get it. I struggle with it. Still to this day, I struggle with it, getting things done. A lot of that is because I don't know everything that I'm trying to do, so I need to learn things in relation to business. But what I've learned in trading and what's been a game changer for me is this. I have learned that once I see my setup, I cannot hesitate. As long as I know my size, as long as I know what, how many contracts I'm putting on, what's the risk, I cannot hesitate within that trade. Because if I do hesitate in that trade, I'm going to allow my nervous system from the old version of me to step in, be relevant, and kind of ruin my day. And that could be the beginning of tilt. That can be the beginning of you blowing accounts. We've all been there. Our members still do it right now because of the source of not dealing with things with speed. Now, there are other areas in our trading this needs to happen. 2026 is coming right around the corner. And if you're not willing to execute things with speed, you're going to be behind. You're going to be behind. You need to take the risk. So in other areas of our life, and I've mentioned this before, and check out the last video in how you do one thing is how you do everything. In other areas of our life, speed is very, very important, because if 1 month goes, 2 months goes, 3 months goes, Before you know it, it's March 2026, and you've allowed the first quarter of that year to just fly you by. 2025 for me has gone so fast because I had a plan to keep doing things and keep doing things and keep doing things that it feels like a blink of the eye. It really, really does, of how fast that it's actually gone. Now, that's a good sign that speed has been working. But if you are not doing these things and it's still going as fast, because time is going to move regardless of what you do, then you're going to struggle. So let's get speed in the journaling. Start the journaling. Let's get speed in our daily routines. Let's get speed in the books that we need to read. But more importantly, above all else, let's get speed in the execution of our trading strategy. Now, that only comes when you've built a trading strategy. What is your edge? In fact, in the comments below, let me know what your edge is. I want to know, what type of way do you trade? You know, some people trade ICT, some people trade this, some people trade that. I don't. I trade my own strategy, which I've developed over the course of the years. But in the comments below, just let me know what your strategy is. And if you need any help with finding your edge, if you need any help with taking your psychology to the next level where we can collect data from your trading, then there is a link below. Make sure you hit that link. And it's closed at the moment, but once that opens, you will be getting an email, and we will only be taking on a small group of mentors through our next quarter. All right. Very, very important. So if that is you, take advantage, get in the wish list, and we'll move forward in that. Now, again, I digress and let me go back to the speed. Without an edge, speed is not going to work because you're going to be jumping from one thing to another and you're using speed in the wrong case. For example, you may be using speed now to jump from Discord to Discord if you're still brand new beginner. You may be going from prop firm to prop firm, and maybe, just maybe, that the different platforms can help, because they can. But if they do, execute on that platform and be speedy on that platform. But most people are jumping around speedy in the wrong way, and that's the wrong way to use speed and the wrong energy. The right way to do speed is, once you understand your edge, once you know that you've got some evidence that you have learned and you are controlled and have clarity and have confidence within this edge, everything's about speed. I have a great student that I work with. I won't say student, just member, who's now a very good friend of mine. And she trades my style because I've taught her my style, but she now trades from the Fibonacci's and she uses the 100 tick chart. That is a high speed execution on the 100 tick chart, but in, speed out, make the money. And so if you like that quick way of trading, speed's going to be even more important. But there is no trade that's going to sit around and wait for you unless you're trading a swing trader. But we're intraday traders in futures. So we're going to be fast. We like the fast moving markets, and we're looking to make our money as quick as we can and get out of the money, because we know if we sit there and allow the market to take draw us back in, it's more than likely going to take our money away from us. So I just wanted to make this video and kind of highlight the importance of speed, because so many people talk about so many different things in trading. A lot of it's beginner stuff for some cheap course or whatever it may be. We understand that, but we know over here we're going for that higher level, and we're using and developing our mindset and taking things into trading that is not surface level no more. It's the next surface. It's the next levels, the level 2 data and the level 2 thinking and the level 3, which is really going to help us move into that next level of trading. So when you leave this video, please just think about, I need to execute with speed. I need to get things done with speed. And how you're going to develop that habit, which is hard, is whenever you're supposed to do something, do it straight away. So if there's something in your day-to-day life that needs to be done, whether that's an email, whether that's just a message, whether that's something that needs to be paid, do that as fast as you can, because that then creates a new way of thinking. It creates a new habit. And then you can bring that into your trading. Because remember what I've said, and I've said it in all my videos, and check out the last video again. You must create a life outside of trading that is going to be beneficial once you get into trading.